Here's a quick video of how to take care of step runners. They're pretty easy. The first thing I did was put them in a 4x2 enclosure. It's about 75 gallons or 4x2. I just looked it up on Reptile Magazine's website, and I talked to a few people who have kept them, and they said that's plenty of room for at least 4. And the main thing I put in there, first of all, was my UVB bulb that they need, and I put it on this side because they were hanging more out on this side, so I put it on this side just to see how they act. And then I also have my heat lamp right here to keep that. It's probably around 95, 100 degrees right on the hot spot. You can see the one step runner sitting over there. They usually get quite a bit closer, but I'm messing with them, so they're kind of nervous. They are a little nervous. Some of them are, but they get used to it. Most of the time they're standing in there looking outside, looking at people walk by or anything. You can get them used to hand feeding or holding on to them, but I don't really handle them. I got them more just to watch and look throughout the day. I don't care about handling them or picking them up, just enough to move them in case I really need to re-clean everything. And the substrate is, I believe it's either Zilla or Zoomed, the desert blend. It seems to be doing really good. They like it. It's like that. Real coarse, easy breakdown. And you can see over here is their waist, so it kind of balls up easy. You can use a rake or just use a hand. Ain't nothing to just pick it up, throw it away. I put a lot of hides in here just to give them coverage, because the one thing that's hard is sexing them. I'm not fully positive how to sex them. I was told a few different things. I mean, more skin around the neck, the base of the tail would be thicker, but you can't really tell. I've got 4 in here, and I've tried to sex them up, stick them all next to each other, and they all kind of look the same as far as structure. So I just took a guess what I have. There's one larger one compared to the rest. I believe he'd probably be a male, but I'm not positive. But I put so many hides in here just in case I had all males or 2 males and females or whatever. I give them enough hides to keep them away from each other in case they started some aggression. But they've been fine. Most of them sleep next to each other, or they just go, and how this one is, sit by there, and they do like to bury themselves on their own. I mean, they have all their hides. I put a lot of hiding spots, but they do like to bury themselves in their substrate without anything there. They enjoy that. The humidity, I don't really pay much attention to. I read a few different things. It said anywhere from 30 to 40%. As you can see, this is all open up here, and I have a fan above, so usually like fans will take out humidity, but theirs has been fine. And here's some shed right here. I can't really grab it. Yeah. I've been having good sheds all the time. I mean, nothing's been stuck. You can kind of see that. Take that out. Nothing's been stuck on them. When I first got them, they had some stuck shed on them. But since they've been in this enclosure, my humidity's probably around 30% in their cage. And it's been fine. They act fine. The main thing, I put mealworms or dubias in here. A lot of times I'll use crickets. They're not really that nutritious, but I think they enjoy it just because they can chase them around, and those crickets can't really bury themselves in the substrate like a dubia could, or any other beetle or whatever it could in this kind of substrate. Just bury itself and they wouldn't be able to find it. But cricket's pretty good. Mealworms in here, small dubias. The water bowl, a little low right now, but I usually keep that topped off. They just walk up to it, drink it, no problem. Since these guys are for like the Ukraine and areas like that, I looked up Eremias arguta. That's their scientific name on where they come from, and I kind of copied of what I could what their natural habitat look like. I got a little more greenery than what I've seen, but the main thing, I put this up here just for them to climb up. I mean, there's usually one or two that will climb up this and jump up there, then can jump from here to there without anything. But I just put this in here just to make it easier if they want to get up there or not. You can add whatever you want to. I put these are all just fake plants, just for hiding spots for them. Nothing special. I don't like to use live plants all the time, because if they knock it over, dig it all out, it's just gonna die anyways. And they seem fine with the fake plants. They run around a lot and everything. As that one just took off a little bit, but I usually keep this temperature gauge in here to let me know. Can't really see it. It says 82, but it was buried a little bit. But I usually stick it up here. They usually knock it down every day anyways, but I keep that in there. It stays pretty accurate for them. I usually keep